What Oksana said is very key. To being an effective healer, we have to have a connection to light that orients us and is our compass where we're going. We also have to have imagination, the ability to use the images in our brain to create a direction for where the forces, and we'll use that word, that we're going to put into play as the natural forces of this work come into play. And we create an imagination by creating this idea of the elements. The elements are a very old idea. They're passed down almost universally through all of the cultures of the world. The elements are a way of looking at various aspects of the forces that are at our disposal. And by creating the idea of fire, that creates an image that aligns with one of the forces that we use, the birth of spirit in our world to manifest. And it feels, for some of us, like little atoms bursting in flame. Fire becomes a very important image. Fire is warming, but fire also illuminates and has light. Then we have the image of air. Air moves around, it's windy, it's open, but air is also the medium by which words are made with us. We use our vocal cords to create the words that we have in our mind and give that power of the imaginary words to a force of nature, which is the actual molecules of the air that are being vibrated with this particular vibration. And therefore air becomes the idea made into word. It made into word. And then water has fluidity. Water is something that flows. It has force. It has emotion. It is energy and matter moving. And water has the capacity of force. It has the capacity of fluidity. And that becomes the energy behind the word in all ancient cultures. And then finally, earth is this thing. This is the matter that becomes the manifestation. So an idea of the spirit, or your idea, begins with fire, moves to something that's stated, that actually is an idea, a concept, a symbol in your head, which is air. Then force comes in, which is water, and then earth, manifestation. So throughout the world, as long as humans can remember, these four aspects of the forces that are our inheritance, that are our capacity, have been there. And some cultures have used the fifth force, which is wood or space or ether, to describe something else, which we'll get to at another point. But the order of the elements and how they're used also determines what's done. I've given you a particular order, which is fire, air, water, and earth, which is the order that something that becomes the germ of an idea becomes manifest, made manifest on the earth. But sometimes it's necessary to break up things like old habits and old ideas, or something that's broken. For example, when we pass on, our ideas and our life and our body goes back into the earth. Then we have the energy that moves, which is water, and then air, and then back to fire. So that sequence, earth, water, air, and fire, is the sequence of something coming apart and going back to the nature. So for example, many times we visit, for example, the ruins of Teotihuacan in Mexico, and there's a thing called the Avenue of the Dead, and in that avenue you literally go back from earth, water, air, fire, and ether, so that you go back from your lifetime, your manifestation here to where you came from, your soul, your innate essence that can't be changed. Imagination, that capacity we have to create an image, is very key to this process.